Bonjour! Welcome to day 3 of my Paris trip, and it's actually the afternoon at around 1 o'clock. I slept in because I was quite tired walking in the rain all day yesterday, and it's not raining today, so I'm glad that I don't have to bring my umbrella and I can walk around today now. I think I'll stick to Japanese food for the rest of my trip. I went to the French bistro for dinner both nights, and yeah, I prefer Asian food because Asian food in London is not so good and it's more expensive. And so I think there's a restaurant nearby that makes fresh udon noodles, so I'll give it a try. And afterwards I'll walk to Le Marais in the 3rd and 4th district, and so it's a district filled with hip galleries and boutiques, so I want to walk around those streets, and come along with me. Hi everyone! I just had lunch and afternoon tea, and 5 minutes walk I'm here. I'm at the Royal Gardens. It's so nice. I love this place, and I recommend both restaurants. The udon noodles, the homemade udon noodles, you can really feel that it's very fresh, and I like the texture. It's a little bit chewy, and it's very fresh, and the soup base is also very nice, very heartwarming. And also the bakery, I went to a Japanese bakery called Aki. So the udon place is called Kuni Toraya, and then next door 2 minutes walk for the Japanese cafe, the hot matcha latte and the matcha roll with red bean paste inside. So nice, so heartwarming, and I feel like I'm in Japan when I'm actually in Paris. Let's take a shot of this space. So beautiful. And I'm here to think things through, because from my home in London to central Paris, it only takes 3 hours. So when I was living in Hong Kong, Paris is like a faraway destination. But nowadays, I'm so fortunate to be able to come to Paris in 3 hours from my home. But in comparison, I really don't like living in London that much. The restaurants are not good and they're overpriced. I feel like the pricing in Paris is much better compared to London. And I like the Asian restaurants. I like the atmosphere. I like the sunshine, blue sky. As you can see, the blue sky here. And after living in London for more than 1 year right now, I still find the weather really challenging, especially the winter time. And so this is like my short break from the British winter. And I want to visit Paris, come and visit my soulmate. It's very difficult to explain my situation because the context, I cannot talk too much. I cannot explain too much. You have to look it up yourself. About Hong Kong and Britain. But I do have a little restriction on my passport. I can only leave the UK for 90 days a year. So that's why last year I did not come to France because I was trying to save my days for my parents in Hong Kong. Like, yeah, I didn't go travel Europe that much because I was thinking my parents are quite old, so I was thinking if something happened to them that I need to fly back to Hong Kong immediately, I can still leave the UK. So I was saving my days, and I'm still saving my days because I'm not sure, because I can't spend all the days like traveling France, and then when my parents need me I cannot go because because of the restriction on my passport. And so I would love to stay in France for a bit longer, and there's a lot going on in my head. I slept at 4 o'clock last night, and also the night before I slept at 4, and so it's like I'm crazy. I'm here to enjoy Paris, and I'm overthinking quite a lot. But if I do move back to Hong Kong, there's no coming back to the UK. It's like, yeah, once I move back to Hong Kong, that's it. I'm not coming back. And so, yeah, it takes a lot of energy and time and effort to move back. And so I'm thinking. And so, let's take a walk for this beautiful day and go to Marais and take a look. Massage near Bastille, and let's go and get dinner. I want some rice. I don't know what I'll have, but I want rice. Everyone, welcome to day 4 of my Paris trip. Today is very sunny, so I'm going back to the left bank to walk around, because the other day it was raining really heavily and I could not walk around, and I stayed in Le Bon Marché the whole afternoon. So I hope to walk around and walk to Eiffel Tower. And then for tonight, I booked a restaurant for omakase, and the chef is from Tokyo, I believe. So I'm looking forward to it. I booked it 2 weeks ago, and it's kaiseki omakase. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. The restaurant is right next to Avenue Jean-Chaussang, so it's very close to Arc de Triomphe. So I'll walk around that iconic landmark and take some shots around the evening. I hope to bring you to this really unique experience, my first omakase in Paris. So let's go outside now. Hi everyone! I just had lunch and I'm sitting in one of my favorite little corner in Paris. Every time I come to Paris, I sit here. I don't know why. I just really like this place. Yeah, because I like the trees. I like the aesthetic. I like the bench even. And actually, this is my seat. I always sit here and then I look at this building. Every time I come to Paris, I sit here for like 15 minutes and just look at this building. And so at this exact moment, I'm actually thankful to have a YouTube channel so I can share my favorite little area in a city with you. Because if I have a photo and write about it on Facebook or Instagram, it might be difficult for you to understand why I like it here. So yeah, I'm so happy to have a YouTube channel and you guys are here with me. I just had lunch. I got here at 2:10 because I thought this restaurant might be quite busy. I found this restaurant on Michelin Guide. So they serve specialty ramen. I had their signature and I tried the kurogoma ramen with black sesame seed sauce. And it's quite an earthy taste, very strong taste. But today is a very cold day, so I think it's nice to have hot noodles on such a cold day. Perhaps it's not as delicious in the summer because it's very, very strong. It has garlic as well. So I'm gonna sit here for a little while and then I'm gonna get a coffee and then slowly walk around the left bank. Today is such a beautiful day with sunshine and blue sky and white clouds. And yeah, in London it's quite cold. It's getting quite cold. It's -3 Celsius in London. And so I'm going back tomorrow at my train, the Eurostar is at 5:30. So I'll be back at the hotel at 4:45 to get my luggage and then walk to the train station. It's only 10 minutes walk, but I think tomorrow I'll stay on the right bank. So I need to enjoy today, my last day in the left bank. Actually, I recommend the left bank. If I ever live in Paris, I'll live on the left bank. It's so beautiful. And yeah, just like the tranquility and it's so quiet. Less touristy compared to the right bank. And so I love this area so much. And yeah, I fell in love and I don't know, I can't explain. If you like Paris, you'll understand. But anyway, let's go get a coffee and I'll walk around. I'm watching the sunset at Eiffel Tower and it's so pretty. It's quite cold, but I really like the atmosphere in Paris so much more than London. I feel safer here actually, and the pace is slower. not as bustling as London. I really enjoy standing on the bridge, looking at the river, looking at the other tourists, and enjoying the view. It's now 5:20, so let's cross the bridge, take some more shots, and then we'll go to dinner. And I should be back soon in France because I like France very much. I want to enjoy more time in France before I go back to Asia.
What is this one? This one is frangipane.
Également de près de... Exactement, tout à fait. Si on fait cisailler, c'est comme ça, c'est plus le temps. Également, quand on met de sauce de soja, on peut bien sentir le goût de sauce de soja si on fait comme ça. Parce qu'aujourd'hui, la chair, c'est très très vivant. Merci.
Sauvage. En dégustation.
Un mochi traditionnel qui s'appelle le Hanabina mochi.
Hi everyone! I just got back to my hotel room and it's quite far to walk and it's also very cold. So I asked the restaurant to call me a taxi and I had 2 glasses of plum wine. So I thought I would come back, take a hot shower and then go to sleep because I need to check out tomorrow morning. And for tomorrow, I'm not going to film any videos because I want it to be a private day between me and Paris. So I'll just get lunch, walk around, go to the pharmacies. I really like the pharmacies in France. And then buy what I need, do some last minute shopping and go to the train station at around 4:30 and then I'll be back in London. And I highly recommend this restaurant. It's called Okuda. I think the owner is called Okuda-san. The chefs tonight are really friendly and welcoming. They speak Japanese, French and also English, so they explain the menu very well. They close during Christmas and the New Year's holiday, and so they just reopened yesterday. And tonight's menu is the New Year menu. So the soup is the New Year soup with the mochi and also the dessert as well. I really like the matcha ice cream, the homemade matcha ice cream, and also the sweet mochi. So it's like giving us a New Year blessing with this menu. And I enjoy it very much. It's extremely delicious. I finish every single bit. The ingredients are really delicious and fresh. So I highly recommend this restaurant. Thanks for joining me on this trip to Paris. Like I said, I'm here to think things through, and you'll probably see more videos about France. Different parts of France actually, and I need to pick up my French again. Although more people speak English nowadays. I first came here to work so many years ago, and it was like 100% French at the time. But now I think with all the tourists, and they just had the Olympic Games, so people are more used to speaking English, and so I found it really tourist friendly. And the streets are more clean. It's almost 11 o'clock now. I should go and take a shower. I'll see you again in London. Thanks for joining me on this trip to Paris. Bye bye. Good night.